Osama and son Obama at those frat parties at Harvard. I am Melton, son of a carpenter and Mary, dad a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom, Mary Ann, I am the son of a carpenter, Mary, I get to make parables. This is my Tommy parable series about Tommy the no-arm Chinese fella. How did he get to be missing both arms? He was brown-nosed and being blindly obedient. They loved that on the Oriental streets. The unseen business in the unseen business. Tommy was told by his boss, Wu, to stick his right arm into a wood chipper. Chips up the woods, chips up the limbs into wood chips. And Tommy's always been blindly obedient. He's Chinese. So he slowly fed that right arm in. Lefty saw what was going on with righty and saw that that agreement was being broken. Tommy was breaking that agreement. The righty wrote it up himself before he got chipped up. They tote stuff for Tommy, they hitchhike, they give the finger, they zip up, they button up, they pick noses, they wipe butts. And in return, Tommy does not chip them up. Tommy started breaking the agreement, so Lefty jumped off. He's crawling around on his own. He's got a nice hand modeling career going on. Likes to go to Vegas, do that one-armed bandit thing. Very good gambler. And, but yeah, he's still got that grudge against stupid. The body. Tommy, it was a test of management, a test of loyalty. They love brown nosers. They love blindly obedient managers. So Tommy became a manager. He's bossing a whole lot of folks around. And because they stole, some folks with high-tech toys running wild today. I do my Saints, and I'm. You would think it would be what I talk about, the Muslim streets, that would do something like this, but when you think about it, if you know the streets, you know exactly where it's from because it's boring. It's from the Great Wall of Evil that manages all of the problem areas, those angry folks. I went to one of the websites I go to get my Saints, and I got the one for the 13th. Today's the 12th, or the 13th. You can check it out today and tell everybody about the Saint from today, tomorrow. And someone switched it, they're making the mouse pad on my computer in the living room. They go wild. It's high-tech toys. And it's boring stuff like that. So it's, yes, the devil's people walking among us with that great wall of evil, and very predictable. It tells of being boring and repetitive. It's boring. If it's repetitive, it's Chinese. So I got the Saint. We're going to have two Saints for the 14th because I'd already designed him. It had feast day the 13th, and I had to go in and put feast day the 14th. Also got some cloud imagery with this, and yes, Christine, here's your image when you see it up there. Room for your contact, for your name. You already got your name, your phone number, your email, as much or as little contact as you want. If you want to say something about you, but tell me what you want to say. You gotta come see me in person because the devil, yes, the devil's people walking among us, have been hijacking your calls to me. Remember, check and post in 424-229-4140. Make that video whatever you get when you don't get me. I've been asking for 9/11 Flight 93 checks of America's Lifelines for a decade now, and I've yet to get one. Trying a different look. That's a lot of managed censorship conducted without fear of being covered by the even news. We the people must be the even news. It's going to look great to go from the tabletop art up to what any nice slideshow going like that. And any of those images can be your desktop image. It's going to look great in tabletop art, and the devil's people on hand have been freaking with the high-tech toys over it. So I know it's good. Now back to Tommy. I hope to make this brief. It's already 5 minutes. Tommy, he also got his girlfriend Rhea. Does that mean snake dance? Now that he's now that he's missing both arms, he's always been scaly. He likes to talk with a lisp. He likes to stick his tongue out a lot. And yeah, they've been sticking their tongue out at everybody for many, many millennia. Now that he's missing both arms, he does that mean snake dance. One Rhea's heart. She's at home. Let me show you a few of what I just got. From last month. And then I've got some others I need to finish up. Oh, I like that one. With or without melting in the tree limb there. And I'll try to show you some of this other stuff that I gotta get to work cutting up. But Tommy's on his way to work, and he's got some errands to run. He stops by to get a new phone. He has a problem where he has to ask folks to answer his phone for them, and a lot of them, he's not a very good judge of character. They walk off with his phone. So yes, Rhea will have to wait for him to find somebody trustworthy to answer his phone if she's calling him. But he stops by the phone place, and he's in there like every other week. And the clerk thinks it's funny. He says, "Can I interest you in a hands-free?" What is that, Bluetooth? Whatever it is. And Tommy just glares at him and he says, "I need a phone." And he gives him the phone, and he's on his way. I had another one. It's just completely slipped my mind. Another errand for him to run, but I can get back to it if it comes up. But he gets to work. And sure enough, he's doing that work. Tommy has a recurring job now of erasing Hussein's past, Barack Hussein Obama's past, his connections to the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, and their terrorist groups. He's got a job of doing that, and that's a big job because there's a lot of stuff out there on that internet. And so he does that. And guys, for those of you listening in from China, sending waves and waves of your devil's people on their way, you think it's a clever way to get rid of your problems. Well, for one reason, you get worse for sending them, and two, I point stuff out and they point stuff out through me. Folks who want to help out, and it just makes. I wasn't even going to do the Osama thing today. Remember that rumor that Obama is Osama's son? Reason why he grew up in Africa, to be closer to his dad during those formative years. Then on to Hawaii, then on to Harvard, then to be placed in the highest office in the world as a cowardly Hussein. Right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins. I haven't gotten one comment in the decade. Well, I haven't gotten one 93 check. 9/11 Flight 93 check in that decade I've been asking for. Those 9/11 Flight 93 checks of America's Lifelines. Not one. That's a lot of managed censorship conducted without fear of being covered by the evening news. We the people have got to be the evening news. Call me up in front of reporters, network news anchors, local news anchors, any and all in the public eye. And I hope I can do this without knocking over Everything's in a different place now, and I gotta post and repost these fives, hand them out at your parties, hand them out at work, prop one up against the desk and tell everyone, here, have one. Try to call Melton, Stone Cold Melton, John Melton Brady, Melton, son of a carpenter Mary. John Melton Brady's full name, it's on the birth certificate, the California ID. Certify your mail to that full name, and no, not one bit of mail about the Osama rumor or about any of the 93 check stuff. None. And over a decade. So post and repost those big fives, and yeah, make that video. You telling everyone. You hear that siren coming down the street? You say you take out your phone, see how quick you can make a video. You have to be under a minute for Instagram. I think Twitter's the same way. YouTube, you can be a little longer. And there are lots of others out there. But being brief is always good. I need to listen to that myself. Hear a siren, tell them. Make a video of America's hijacked lifelines. You're trying to call Melton, John Melton Brady, and you want to know why America's lifeline's being hijacked. Tell them whatever boring thing you get, phone ringing, error message, business signal, it's not going to be boring if you need to firemen, police, paramedics. And yeah, it's money out of your pocket next time you call up countless other customers. Get that boring thing. So Gates or Google or Spectrum or whatever is a big name in your business can get the business. All firemen, all policemen, your Gates' livelihood affects the rest of us. So make videos of the military bases across America and beyond, the fire station's phone, the police station's phone. 424-229-4140, whatever you get. When you don't get me, Melton. Boring as it might be, you got the timestamp on your phone, you got the number dialed. And about 3-4 weeks ago, made a video. I'm going to try and make them every 6 months. Of every call to and from this phone right here making this video. Every call to and from for the past 2 years. Got other years covered. Go to youtube.com/DNFD series. And look for Melton's call log videos. I'm also going to show you my eyes, the stigmata eyes medical research being passed by. Doctors I have can't talk about. 194. Can't talk about, oh, I don't want them to wipe my blood off on. I was in the middle. What was I in the middle? Make that video, whatever you get when you don't get me. See that phone is every child in America's lifeline to the firemen, police, paramedics. Make the video, post the video. Tell everyone you know to do the same. Make that video of those big fives. Post those big fives. If you got a 93 check video I've made, ideally a short one. That tells everyone, ideally with the most recent, the number. I lost the 0911 number when I went in the hospital. Had this number since 2014. In that decade, no, not one 93 check, either number, not one bit of mail, no certified, no non-certified, no FedEx, no UPS. Make a video of the mail before you send it's going to be stolen. And you got the timestamp on your phone, you got the number dialed. When you don't match up with those videos of the call logs you can find on the NFD series, I don't know why I'm pointing back there. When you don't show up there, and some of you out there can get those call records, do that. When you don't show up, yeah, you don't know if you're going to show up when you need those emergency services, and I bet a lot of cops and firemen and soldiers out there can tell you it's going to be just as newsworthy. Me asking for a 911 Flight 93 check for a decade, not getting one. As it's going to be just as newsworthy as that. So we the people must be the reporters. Oh yeah, it was rough. I lost 80 pounds going to the hospital with those stigmata wounds. If you see them, they're gruesome looking. But they're genetic wounds. It's part of growing a new pair of eyes. I'm going to show you the eyes. in a moment. I better get started. 15 minutes. Let me get started on my Tommy. Tommy got there, and Ching has a video he's got from the internet. Let me do the older ones here. And it's a guy who's a little older than college, because he went to college with Barack Hussein Obama, Harvard there. Went to college there, and he's saying, oh, it was a blast with Hussein and his dad. And he explains, oh, we always had to call him Hussein, not to Barack, not Obama. Call him Hussein when his dad was in town. And man, did his dad know how to party. Yeah, it was always a toga party when those two were partying, father and son. Yet Tommy doesn't like it. He's talking openly about the Osama rumor that Obama is Osama's son. And yeah, each day I go with over a decade now with that. Not getting one comment about that by phone, mail, or internet, or anything. Each day I go, it becomes more true to me. And yeah, as I always say, who cares about that, guys? Pick up your phone. Your family's lifeline, your child's lifeline. Make a video. 424-229-4140. You trying to call me? See Osama's son, Barack Hussein Obama, hijacking your lifeline to get into office. Those who placed him there. And yes, your Gates livelihood, no matter what boring thing you get, phone ring there emits a digital signal. It's your Gates livelihood, especially if you're like a politician, it's all of our Gates democracy. Whatever boring thing you get when you don't get me, when you're trying to call up countless other folks to tell who they should vote for, what they should vote for. That is our Gates democracy. That's how they placed both Trump and Hussein in our White House. I'm going to tell you, I don't approve of Trump, buffoon Russian guy, but he is comic relief compared to Hussein being placed, that cowardly Hussein being placed in our White House right after we got attacked by a whole lot of other cowardly Husseins. So make that video, post that video, and Tommy has to fix that. I'm going to have to break this up into a couple of days, especially since my arm's tired. Tommy says, who posted this? And they said it was a Harvard alumni. And hopefully we can get further posts from him, because I got that, since they stole an entire day's worth of video and photos over. Those with high-tech toys affecting that computer today. And the other computer too. Stole that day's worth of videos and photos. Overrun that federal agent with the file on Hussein, Barack Hussein Obama, and his connections to the Saudi Arabians and terrorists and all that. He had to run the file until his boss told him to shut down the file because they're placing Hussein in our White House. And yeah, it was right. It was before they even had the election. So since then, and on days like today when they're going over the top with the high-tech toys, find that far-fetched, yeah, pick up your phone, make the video. Make the video of timestamp on the phone, the number, dial those with high-tech toys, hijacking your call. You don't know when else that phone won't be allowed to work. They are worried enough about that to alter phone records to cover it up. The thing is, when you got, and all of America has video proof of that. We got Trump's phone gate, we got Hussein's phone gate, we got Gates' phone gate. Yeah, Gates and Google were worried about those 93 check videos from a decade ago on their OneDrives, on their Google Drives, and their part in America's high-tech lifelines. They're trashing the Google Drives and the OneDrives to hide their participation in that sort of thing. But yeah, let me finish up. He's got some photos of in his video. I'll leave him nameless. Maybe somebody can come up with a good name. He's got some photos in there of Hussein and Dad in their toga outfits. Well, actually a little longer than toga outfits, but you get the point. Photos, and he tells whoever he's talking to, he's gonna have to go look in his closet, see if he's still got those. You know, Harvard, where the rich folks go to school, they're gonna have those toys before camcorders were popular, even, and all of that, to have that video, so I can have a little fun with that. This is the old eye from 9 years ago. Dark brown except for a little bit of blue there. Started changing in 1996. And yeah, they were as dark brown as that, if not darker. And you can tell what they kind of look like from a distance right now. And when you get up close from 5 years ago and take a photo, that's what they look like. Smaller brownish circles slowly disappearing, bigger bluish circles growing in through and around. Oh, I hate it when I put my finger in my eye. And yes, the smaller eyes are the older browner eyes, the newer eyes are the bigger bluer eyes. I'm going to show you the outer circle of the brown there disappearing, if not disappeared. And been taking vitamins for about a year, I guess. And that seems to help with the process. Sometimes that inner brown there can be whiter, sometimes it can be browner as the process goes on. And yeah, if you're a good doctor who knows, my doctors I've had at LAC, USC, Keck Medical, all the Adventist cult folks, don't get me started on that. As well as Dr. Misa down the street and the convalescent hospital from hell, they've been unable to talk about the eyes. Stigmatized genetics, nature of the eyes changing. Unable to talk about it. If you know, try to call me, make a video, hijack call, and come see me in person. Tell me. And yeah, all of you who went to Harvard back in the day with Hussein, remember to post any videos of frat parties with guys in bed sheets running around. Because I hear Osama put his foot down about his American son dressing in such a decadent way. So when he showed up, he had to wear the bed sheet. If you got any of those videos, post them. And come see me in person. Have Whitwell Travel show me the perfect place to build. Jesus is my actual house. Best people start building well. Post and repost the fives, telling everyone how to check and post in 5. Hand them out at your parties. See you tomorrow. Unless you come over here, and I'll see you tonight. But yeah, I try to go to bed early, so knock on the door tomorrow. But yeah, do that. When you see someone other than me, my changing eyes right here in downtown LA. Someone's torn down the Great Wall of Evil that has just me and all my imagery and is hijacking the call to me in a very obvious way. I can tell you to make a video of it. You can make a video of folks worried enough to alter phone records. Do that. Tear down the Great Wall of Evil after you do that, and put someone besides me in the 24,000 examples of my work you're going to find at daffodilia.blogspot.com, presscomplex2.wixsite.com/daffodilia. You see someone other than me, my changing eyes, and what I design almost daily. If someone's done that, be a part of that. Build a better tomorrow. Put a spotlight on the hatred of the past, hijacking America's lifelines.